Arnold Malibe, a public policy analyst, joins me live from Kenya to unpack this development. Arnold, good to see you and thanks for your time. Kenya's defeated presidential candidate Raila Odinga has filed a petition challenging the results of the August 9 election. Now, so what are his chances this time?
First of all, it's important to actually just tell our viewers that this is the third time Raila Odinga will be going to the Supreme Court. He was there in 2013, that particular time running under the Coalition of Reforms and Democracy Code. In 2017, he again ended up at the Supreme Court after the elections. That time he was running under a different coalition called NASA, or National Super Alliance. This time round, the third time, he is at the Supreme Court again, contesting the results under what we call Azimio la Umoja, or a resolve to unity. In 2013, the court threw out his request and upheld the elections. In 2017, the courts moved on, and of course, for the first time in the continent, the elections were set aside, and the elections to the EMB, the Elections Management Body, asked to repeat the elections. In 2013, we wait to see. So he is a veteran of the Supreme Court in matters elections. So asking about his chances, this time round we have got quite a wide list of petitions, not just his. We actually have got 9. Of course, him as Raila Odinga and Azimio have actually done a petition, but so many other interested parties also independently filed their own petitions today, totaling to 9 of them, because the Constitution in Article 140 allows anyone in the Republic of Kenya, after elections, to file a petition within 7 days. So today was the last day, and we saw quite a number of petitions coming in. Even if his petition doesn't work through, there are others, about 8 more that he could actually change the fate of the election. So it could be too early to say whether he stands a chance or not. But having been there thrice and having achieved success in the last one, probably he knows a thing or two about going to the Supreme Court. But independent analysts feel like this time around he has got a very small chance, because the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission used the ruling in 2017 almost to a letter, using it as a tool where they ticked boxes as directed by the Supreme Court last time. So a few things, of course, if you look at the 9 cases, there is what we call the quantitative, an attempt at doing retallying, yet the Constitution gives the Supreme Court only 2 options, either to uphold the election or to nullify the election. But they were trying to use another law. Come on.
Okay, let me jump in here, Arnold, because now you've said there are a plethora of petitions on this particular election, especially as some race to catch the deadline. Now, if you look at the petition, we have 7 commissioners. 4 out of the 7 commissioners of IEBC, that's the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of Kenya, also putting in their petition. Does this also, in a way, validate Odinga's argument?
Literally no, because so far, if you look at the general elections guidelines, sub-statutes under the Elections Act, they give the chairman of IEBC, who is the national, or rather the presidential returning officer, the powers to receive Form 34As, to tally, to then declare results, and then to give the winner a certificate. So literally there is nothing outside of the set out law. And then there is a dispute, of course, amongst the commissioners. Initially, we knew of 4, the later ones who joined the commission, I think, later last year. And then today, during the submission, we have seen petitions that have got almost all the commissioners actually as interested parties. Of course, that then opens up one thing, that whereas commissioners dissenting to the decision by the chairman to declare results as is does not delegitimize or does not nullify the results. What it does is that it then puts a doubt to the whole process, but that does not make it illegal in any way, because the government, of course, the government printer proceeded to gazette the way we do public communication here, legal public communication, to gazette William Ruto and his running mate Gachagua as president-elect and deputy president-elect. So the process of handover is going on, but the law provides that the Supreme Court has got 14 days to decide this particular matter. So in the next 14 days, of course, we will see where this heads. But of course, like you asked, if we are having commissioners being part and parcel of people who also are suing their employer, then we are chatting into waters we've never been before. These are new waters we are chatting. And of course, the argument is that the way the commission was designed is that it's supposed to act as one and not a place where we see a few of them working against the commission. So,
okay, Arnold, let's go back in history. If you recall, in 2017, Raila Odinga boycotted a rerun as ordered by the Supreme Court of Kenya when that election was overturned, saying specifically that he had no faith in the election commission. Do you think anything has changed to have warranted Mr. Odinga to now approach the court?
I think that's a very important question because, like I said earlier on, Raila has been in the Supreme Court 3 times. This is the 3rd time. And in 2017, when the court granted him, today you played a video where he says that going to court is one of the constitutional ways and that it gives them credentials as people who respect constitutionalism. But I just need to take you back as I respond to your question. In 2013, when Raila went to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court upheld the election against his prayers, he called the court a kangaroo court. In our local language here, he would call it koti bandia. In 2013, when the court then granted his wishes, he boycotted the elections because he put in other demands away from those that the court had actually issued. In 2017, Orengo, whom you actually, one of the lawyers, lawyer who is also a governor-elect, has already said here that they are looking forward to actually having a rerun, that's how we look at it, a second election, and that they will not be participating in a rerun where the current chairperson of the IEBC is actually presiding. Now that then brings in a very difficult situation because the way our laws are set is that you cannot get a new commission or even a commissioner, including the chairperson, in under 90 days. Yet again, the constitutional timelines for a re-election is just 60 days. So if the court then grants a rerun, we see a situation where these particular stumbling blocks are brought in, and these demands, I want to call them extrajudicial demands, are put in the way to ensure that then either the elections do not proceed or Raila does not take part in the elections the way he did in 2017.
All right, Arnold, quickly, if we can do this in 30 seconds, quickly, because I'm out of time here now. President Uhuru Kenyatta is yet to congratulate his deputy President William Ruto, even as he had promised a smooth transition. What are your thoughts on this?
It's quite straight. President Uhuru Kenyatta is the chairperson of the Azimio la Umoja, which is the coalition under which Raila Odinga is running. So since Raila Odinga, who is the candidate of the coalition, is disputing the results, if President Uhuru, who is the chair of that particular coalition, then congratulates William Ruto, it will, in a word, of course, not legally, but de facto, it would mean that he or Azimio la Umoja has conceded defeat. So that's how we are looking at it. But then you flip the coin, you'll also see that probably the president has really not gotten over his fallout with the deputy president.
I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.